Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Avax. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, jumping straight into the daily chart on TradingView, you can see that I have set up this yellow rectangle that I showed you in the last video. And you can click in the right top side of your corner of your screen. There will be the previous Avax update that I have done. So check that out before watching this video if you haven't done that already. But if you have, then you would have known that I gave you this yellow rectangle as a buying area. And as you can see, we barely dipped into this area, into this support. It was from $52.20 all the way to $41. So if you bought in at this price over here, you could have had a nice trade of 20% already. And you're still consolidating. You're starting to get some momentum on AVAX. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles over here. We're attacking the 20 EMA right now. We're going after the 20 EMA. We want to get above it to start that uptrend, okay? You want to be above the 20 EMA. The 55 EMA should be below. If you're in between of them, you're consolidating. If you're below the 55 EMA, you're in a downtrend because that causes the EMAs to go down for a bearish cross. Hopefully that's easy to understand. Our bull market end targets are here at $132 and $192. The impulsive wave target being the 1.618 specifically, which is $192. But before that, you do have two resistance levels at $100 or $101, I should say, and $132. So from here to $100, it's a 73% trade. To $132, it's a 133% trade. And to $196 or $92, that's a 235% gain. So I think AVAX can still appreciate very nicely in this bull market. So after that, let's say if this was the bull market peak and you're looking at a 95% correction pullback, which altcoins usually tend to correct 95%, that is somewhere around $10, and that is from $192. So just think about taking profits, guys, because if we do have a bear market and we roll over in December, November, you're gonna ride the wave up and you're gonna ride the wave down, and you don't want to do that, right? You want to take profits over here and then buy back in at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna have a video on when to know how to tell the peak, when the peak is in for the crypto market. I'm gonna have a video on that. I'm working on it currently. But for AVAX right now, I would start dollar cost averaging personally. Obviously, if we get into this yellow rectangle area, that is a good sign. But if we don't, it's fine. There is the 0.786 here. The Fibonacci retracement is set up from the all-time high, the previous all-time high, I should say, of $60 over here, and all the way to the bottom of $9.50. And you can see that what we're doing pretty much right now is we broke above the previous all-time high, went back to test as support, and we're pretty much consolidating around the previous all-time high, which is absolutely fine. Right after that, we do have a target of $101 at the 1.272 on the fib. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Jumping into the RSI on the daily chart, quite interesting stuff going on over here. So we do have this green support line, and I do want you to pay attention to the yellow circles that I have over here. These circles are around the areas where you see touches of support and resistance. So you can see that over here, the green line represents a support line because we have touched this line 3 times, which means in the future, if we have a pullback and you see AVAX doing something like this and it bounces off this area, you're going to know to put some buy orders when the RSI hits this support area. And the same way you can predict a resistance area. So if you come back up and you hit this resistance, and why is this a resistance? Because it was a support previously. You had 1, 2 touches of this support pink line, then you lost it. You found support on this trend line and you're coming back up. So potentially what you can do is you can come up here, get rejected back down to this one and get that move towards the upside, or we can just break above it and back test as support and move on, right? That's potentially as well what you can see. Also, this pink trend line over here, this horizontal 1, 2, and three touches as well. So you want to keep an eye on this one as well. If you start breaking above this one and you get rejected from this one, you can put some sell orders in there as well. But once you see us breaking all of these resistance areas, right, and getting above the index of 70 on the RSI and getting overbought over here, this is where you want to be taking profits. And you want to look at the weekly chart, you want to look at the daily chart. If you're in the overbought here, you're better off to take profits in November, in December, wherever it is. But I do think we're going to have a strong pullback somewhere in December and November. That's really what I think is going to happen, because we're going to have this strong rally, and then you want to take profits, guys. Now let's jump into Binance. Now, jumping into Binance, we're on the daily chart. So you have this huge cup and handle pattern playing out over here. You have your cup over here, as you can see, and the resistance line over here, the white line, and the handle being over here. I did remove the drawings. I do apologize. So that would be your handle. Let me change that to white. Okay. And that would be your handle, essentially, right? So you broke out of your handle, right? And what you ended up creating is a rising wedge over here. As you can see, this yellow pattern on your screen over here, this yellow triangle going to the upside is a rising wedge. As you can see, you're getting tighter and tighter. You fall out of it, and your technical target from this rising wedge is $32. How did I get that? It's basically where the wedge was formed, and it was formed over here, as you can see. You can see that touch that it had. And this yellow trend line is the target, but I'm going to remove the fib. I do apologize. We're going to remove that, okay? So you can see that that's where the yellow line got touched by the price action. That's where the support was formed. So that's where the rising wedge was formed. And that is still your target currently. And right now, as you can see, if I remove this upper resistance of the rising wedge, you can see that we sort of have a bull flag playing out as well. And a bull flag is a bullish pattern. So if we end up invalidating this rising wedge, and how do we do that is just by breaking above pretty much this resistance and hovering above it as support. That wouldn't pretty much invalidate this rising wedge, right? Because you wouldn't be looking for that $32 technical target, right? Now this light blue line over here is a multi-month support trend line. So you had a bounce over here, you had a bounce over here, and you had a bounce over here. And each time you had a bounce, you had a nice move towards the upside. So we're expecting a nice move towards the upside over here with Avax. So we are in this down channel over here right now. As you can see, we're just getting rejected from this resistance, held back by the support, but we can't fall any lower in this channel because you're gonna lose the blue support line, and we don't want to do that. So you want to start breaking out over here, perhaps back test it as support once again, and then have that move towards the upside. And do keep an eye on this white resistance line, because you want to break above that white resistance line in order to start carrying out the target for the cup and handle pattern. And the target from the cup and handle is around about $112, okay? So yeah, you can think of this as a bull flag, because you have your move towards the upside over here, right? And then you have your channel down pattern. So that's essentially what a bull flag is. As you can see, if I remove the upper resistance. And how do you target that is you take the pole and you place it where you think the breakout is going to happen, and that gives you $112 as well. So you can see both patterns are giving us a target of $112. If I just do this one more time, there you go. That is your target from the bottom of the cup to the very top of the resistance. You place it at the breakout. Actually, no, here the cup and handle pattern gives us a target of $100, which is the 1.618 on the fib. And this fib is set up from this swing high September 12th and to this swing low September 7th. And the technical target from that impulsive wave that we're going to create over here is $100, and that's the target from the cup and handle. The target from the bull flag is $112, but we have to invalidate this rising wedge, and we have to break above this channel and break above the white resistance. Then you're invalidating the rising wedge. But right now, you're still on a technical target to the downside. on the rising wedge pattern on $32. So yeah, think of this as multiple patterns playing out and multiple patterns fighting each other. So let's hope the bullish patterns win. Let's hope we break out of this upper channel, break the resistance, and carry out the targets. You're looking at $100 for Avax, perhaps by the end of the month. Not a financial advisor though. So if we take a look at the stochastic RSI, you can see that we're just starting to move towards the upside. So this is giving me confluence that we're going to have a strong move towards the upside. The daily RSI has even below the 50 mark. So we're looking good on the daily RSI. The MACD is looking like it's going to go for the bullish cross very soon. So once you see the bullish cross, that is your confirmation of the uptrend. And if we jump to the weekly chart real quick, on the weekly chart, as you can see, the RSI has started coming back down, but the price action, you can see the price action has started coming back down right as well. So what you can do on the RSI is start reversing back up and having that move towards the upside over here. So make sure you look for the bullish cross on the stochastic RSI and the move towards the upside. That would indicate a reversal on the stochastic RSI. So here on the RSI weekly, you can see that we were overbought once again over here, and you're now coming back down. Actually, let me take a look if we are okay. Now this is something that I don't like, because this is a huge bearish divergence on the weekly RSI. So this is, as you can see, that is a bearish divergence. So you're making a lower high on the RSI, but you're making a higher high on the price action. Now that is a bearish divergence. That is something that I just noticed, and usually that's a precursor of a pullback. And let's hope that this is the pullback that we got over here. Let's hope this is the pullback that we got from this, right? So now you're curling back up on the RSI, and let's hope you can get by the end of the year to this area to somewhere around 85 to 90 on the RSI. So I would start taking profits from 75 to 85 and not be greedy. Don't be greedy, guys. Take profits when you can, because the market will not show mercy. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you're buying the dips. I did say that you should look for the daily 55 EMA, and that pretty much held support with the pullback that we had. Look for the 55 EMA to hold support, buy off of it if we have another pullback down. If you bring in the 35 EMA, it's what's causing us to come back down right now. We're hitting our head on the 35 EMA, but essentially look for the 55 EMA. Right now we are starting the uptrend, and right now is perhaps a good time to start dollar cost averaging. But like I always say, don't go all in, just have different buy orders. You know, we can go down at any time, we can have a pullback at any time, so be prepared, guys. Thank you for watching. That's it for me. Make sure to check out the 2 videos on your screen. Make sure to check out the Telegram chat and the Discord server. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.